Today, we're diving into a monumental occasion in WNBA history, the retirement of Diana Taurasi, a legend who has left an indelible mark on women's basketball. At 42 years old, she is stepping away from the game, and her decision reflects not just her incredible career, but also the rise of a new powerhouse, Caitlyn Clark. Join me as we explore the significance of this transition, the impact on the league, and what it means for the future of women's basketball. Diana Taurasi's journey in the WNBA is nothing short of legendary. With a career spanning nearly 2 decades, she has set records, won multiple championships, and inspired countless athletes around the globe. Her fierce competitiveness and relentless drive made her a household name in the sport. After finishing her post at the University of Connecticut with 3 NCAA championship wins and the Naismith College Player of the Year award, Taurasi began her professional career. As the first choice in the 2004 draft for the WNBA, she rapidly stood out. Becoming the all-time top scorer in her career, she stands alongside the very best to ever play basketball, with genders taken into account. But with her retirement announcement coming, the question does arise. Why now? The circumstances surrounding Taurasi's decision are very telling indeed. After facing both competitors and the burden of her own legacy during a season, Taurasi is now stepping away at a time when the league is experiencing multiple changes. This retirement involves more than just leaving the court behind. It points to the finish of a period. The highlight is starting to fall on the younger crowd, and no one has taken control of that highlight more than Caitlyn Clark. Caitlyn Clark is rising in basketball at an incredible rate. After taking over the scene in college at the University of Iowa, she rapidly became a player to fear in the WNBA. That special approach to basketball, which combines outstanding shooting, vision, and playmaking skill, has led to her ongoing fan love and made her a prioritized media subject. The headlines quickly featured Clark because of her daring three-point skills and her skill at regulating the speed of the game. Through the NCAA tournament, Clark gained considerable recognition. Her team finishing as finalists confirmed her growth as an up-and-coming player in women's basketball. During her move to the WNBA, her effect was prompt. Both fans and analysts promptly started talking about her ability to change the overall framework of the league. Many have compared Caitlyn's self-assurance and court presence to Taurasi, but what really sets her apart is her commitment to basketball and her desire to lift women's basketball. With the Phoenix Mercury led by Taurasi, Clark piled up an incredible 40 points and came close to a triple-double. The performance went beyond a personal honor. It was a powerful indicator to the league, indicating her resolve to remain and ready to embrace her responsibilities. The thrill fans have for Clark's abilities on the court has kicked off conversations regarding changes in the league across various age groups. The August 15, 2024 match will for sure go down in history as the day the Indiana Fever fight the Phoenix Mercury. Both fans and analysts impressed throughout this matchup as a result of Clark's exhibition. Verifying her skill set and proving her role as a court superstar, she put out outstanding 40 points and almost a triple-double. The difference in Taurasi's attitude heading into the game was what heightened its importance. Famous for her fighting attitude, Taurasi stepped into this game with such composure that it raised questions. It looked like she recognized her period was about to wrap up, which allowed the next generation to step in. This moment of agreement was somewhat painful because it alluded to a deep epiphany for both players. The development of the game brought an incredible energy ambiance. People were on the verge of their seats, seeing a disagreement between generations. Clark enjoyed a string of cheers for every action, while Taurasi's court presence underscored the heritage she created over time. The creation of every basket by Clark affected the narrative of the game, highlighting for us the arrival of a new era. It was clear from the win at the finale of the game that the match marked a critical moment for league history. There was a swirl of talk in the news about what this meant for both players, which triggered debates over the evolution of generations of stars. The media has recognized the story regarding this change of leadership. According to commentators like Stephen A. Smith and Monica McNutt, there is a pressing need to harmonize the focus given to the old guard with that provided to the new rising stars. After Stephen A. Smith began analyzing the wider cultural implications of sports, he said it's important to celebrate players like Taurasi while nurturing budding talent. According to him, while we venerate legends, it's important to keep moving forward, offering opportunities for the new talents that will change the sport. Others have a differing viewpoint, but Monica McNutt thinks the league needs to esteem its roots as well as its future duties. She understands that acknowledging the victories of players like Taurasi is just as important as supporting the rise of fresh talents such as Clark. This is important for athletes, as well as for fans looking for rich narratives in women's sports. These conversations emphasize an important part of sports media, the obstacle of managing generational dynamics. As Clark proceeds in its development, what framework will the media create for this transition? Will they raise up the new stars and also respect the contributions of veterans? This discussion parallels an extensive conversation related to the societal estimation of different sports generations. As Taurasi prepares to retire, fans are left wondering who will carry the torch. Caitlyn Clark's arrival provides a sign of hope for the future of women's basketball. The growth illustrates more than personal prosperity. It represents how the WNBA is changing. The distinction found between Taurasi and Clark illustrates the extensive story in sports, a story that shifts with the introduction of new challenges and new possibilities. Those like Clark are up against their competitors while also redefining what it means to be excellent for the athletes who will follow. As the league advances, the tasks of its athletes gain in importance. Clark is representative of the aspirations of many young females wanting to leave their signature in the sport. Her account vividly demonstrates the key work ethic and pledge needed for success at the uppermost level. The change from veterans to rising stars forms an interesting background, accompanied by an element of unpredictability. Can Clark succeed in maintaining the legacy Taurasi has created? In what way will she manage the issues that arise from being the representative of the league? Fans are considering these questions, which generates an obvious excitement about the future. We say goodbye to Diana Taurasi while also welcoming Caitlyn Clark to the front and center. The journey is still in progress, and together with it is the buzz about what is yet to come in the WNBA. This change showcases the improvement of women's basketball as a domain by going past the revisions of just one leader. What does this shift cause you to think about? Are you fired up to see Caitlyn Clark be the main attraction? Feel free to let us know in the comments. Be sure to hit like, share, and subscribe for extra insights into basketball analysis. Next time, I look forward to sharing more on women's sports. Keep supporting them besides my words.
She's playing really well. She's shooting the hell out of the ball. And she's making sure she's...
Comparing apples to oranges. What Clark has done is unbelievable.